I get one very, very important person who can greet us today. And okay, before I go introduce him, shall I just tell you who him be? Now remember, say sometime this past few weeks, inside last month thereabout, we've been get one better award like that for WAP TV. Now then give us the award. 5th Kaduna Annual International Film Festival. Mr. Isreal is here to chill with me this afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm very fine. I'm good. Thank you.
I can see that. Thank you so much for the award. We are really, really very grateful. Now, sure, say yes, will they do well? And make we continue to they do well, Abi?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so before I go into deep details, I go want to make you, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us your full name. Me, I know you as Mr. Isreal, but for people who didn't watch for house, if you get any other extra name we want to add and your role for this event we just passed by, who you be, what you they do, everything. Shall just introduce yourself basically.
Okay. My name is Isreal Kashim Audu. I am the founder and the executive director of the Kaduna International Film Festival. The first international film festival in northern Nigeria, which started in 2018.
Nice. Interesting. So what actually made you to, what pushed you to say, okay, let me start this thing in northern Nigeria. Let me just give it a try. And were you scared at a point that would people be receptive of it and everything like that?
Yes, I was, because international film festivals in the north, we only hear it in Lagos, and then we have 2, now 3 in Abuja, and then few other states. But in the whole north, there was no film festival. And looking at Kaduna, Kano, where we have the Hausa movie industry, and there's nothing like a film festival where people come together. And I said we need to start something in Kaduna. And in 2018, we started the film festival.
Okay.
Yes, and then here we are celebrating the 5th edition, which held in August this year. So.
And how has it been? Like 5 years of doing
5
this?
years down the line has not been easy because our challenge is with the reception since 2018, because they are not used to this. Except for those who are more exposed, who come for film festivals in Lagos, and then those who are opportune to attend international film festivals outside the country, like the Cannes Film Festival or the Berlin Film Festival and so on. So, and we have the celebrities that like the likes of Alinuhu in Kano, Rahama Sada, and the rest of them.
Yes.
For others, it's strange. Some of them, most of them also here in the north are very reserved, and sometimes are scared of even being exposed. We even have issue of communication. Some of them are only used to speaking Hausa. But we have been able to do some orientation about the film festival, engaging them, series of engagement, stakeholders meetings, and so on, to make them understand why they should participate. And so far, again, we have had a challenge of film submissions.
Okay.
Because they will tell you in the notes that we don't have even the fund to even shoot movies. So even if we submit our movies, it won't go to anywhere. It's not befitting for a film festival. Yes. So they only focus on YouTube.
Okay.
So we do have more of film submissions from outside the country, and then Lagos, Nollywood. At Kannywood, you end up seeing those 2-3 submissions. So I think some of the challenges among others.
But they grow now.
Yes.
They grow. They come. Like it's just not just the 5th edition be this one.
Yes.
So hopefully, as time goes on, more people go there, and I know say some film festivals where they big right now. Now so they also take start.
Yes.
You guys give people opportunity to key into the projects and the program. So when we talk about the award itself, like the award part of the whole film festival, what will be on that criteria for selection and for awarding people or awarding organizations, different awards that you give them? Like what will make we win the award where we win? Are they curious? I want
Okay. And usually we do have call for entries.
Okay.
We have 6 different categories of genres of movies that we accept, from documentaries, feature films, animations, short films, experimental movies, student films from across the world. So like this year, we opened the call for entries last year in November, which will happen again this year. In November, we'll open the call for entries again next year. So we had a board of jury who sat down, 6 of them, which was headed by the veteran filmmaker Lancelot Imasuen Odua. I think we had 2 from Nigeria, and then the rest of them were outside the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sat down and then screened these movies, watched them, and then brought out the nominations, and then which was followed by the awards.
Okay.
So we looked at the quality of the production. We also look at the concept that was used, communication skills.
Okay.
We also looked at what the message is passing, that the synopsis, how is it benefiting or befitting to the audience, and if it's befitting to screen in an international screen, a cinema, film festival. So this among other, and then it has to focus on the theme or relating to the theme of the festival.
Okay.
Yeah, there are those, the way we had films like, which was more of horror films, but which was not accepted because it was not part of the criteria for the film.
Okay.
But I know now we have an international film festival, a horror film festival in Lagos coming up, I think this weekend. Because the film festival is not focusing on horror films, so this, among others categories, sometimes we reject films of such. And then that is it for the film aspect. And then for organizations and then individuals,
yes,
we look at over the years what they have done so far, what they have achieved.
Okay.
WAP TV having there, but even if we have been seeing that, okay, this 10 years, you're celebrating 10 years.
Yes.
Before 10 years, I think WAP TV production have done a lot.
Yes.
Before they came on TV, and the likes of Papa, people have been watching Papa Ajasco
for 25 years.
So you can imagine what they have brought, the joy and happiness they have brought to families. This life, among others, super story. So we have watched this, and we have seen what WAP TV have done. They have raised. In fact, I know we have the Pepsi Film Institute, and so. There is a lot the production have been doing WAP TV as a whole, and then when you look at the students that they have graduated over the years, I think they are doing well, and some of them they are celebrities now.
That's true.
So I think the award is befitting for WAP TV, and when the recommendation came, we said yes, WAP TV needs to be given this award, and that is why we recommended WAP TV for this award. So what we do is we look at what they have done over the years, because we have people who go to make research about the organizations and individuals before giving these awards.
Nice, interesting. So that's so we can take win #1 family entertainment TV
because
channel.
I don't think there's any other entertainment channel that have done this over the years.
No, they can't even come close. Get any other projects when they work on, when they work on, with they expect and stuff like that?
Yes, we are working on the first Kaduna Creative Youth Summit, which is coming up next month. On the 10th and 11th of November, 2 days. This is part of our mandate to help the creatives in the north.
Yes.
And then when it comes to an avenue also to talk to them, because earlier I mentioned of the reception when it comes to film festival in the north. So it's going to be an opportunity also to make them understand why they should participate in the film festival, why they should submit their movies. I think this is what we need, and we have been doing. But this we want to make it official for the first time, to bring everybody on board. Because during the festival this year, we had Fred Amata came to Kaduna. We hosted him, and then Julius Agu, the comedian, came. So same thing will happen during the summit. We'll bring resource persons who are well known, and they have done well for the industry. The longest Anglophone film festival in is in Abuja. The Abuja International Festival. I think it will be holding its 19th edition next week in Abuja, which is founded by Fidelis Duka. So he is he's going to be one of the resource persons because he has been there over the years. For 19 years, he has been hosting this festival. And then AFRIF, which is coming up also very soon, this November, by my very good friend Chioma Ude, will also be part of this. So we want to see how we can encourage the northern filmmakers. So these among others who will be discussing during the Youth Summit in November. And then so we cut across both the Kannywood in Kano, because we'll be doing in Kaduna and being in Kano. Yeah, so subsequently we have 19 other states, and all these states are doing movies. But sometimes we don't get to hear them. Only few that makes it to maybe the cinema. Because I know we have 2-3 cinemas in Kano. But in Kaduna, we have one, but I think we are just 70 seating capacity, not yet known yet. But just recently during the Kaduna Investment Summit, which held recently, the governor launched a Kaduna Galaxy Mall, which is going to have a cinema there. So, so it's also going to help the film festival and then the film culture in Kaduna in the north. So these and many others opportunities we are working on. We're going to work on during the summit next month.
All right, interesting. Everything is going well with the Kaduna Film Festival. And my next question for you, sir, is what are your plans for the film festival for next year? Is there a 6th edition coming up? Is it something that you still want to do after everyone? And how did the last one turn out? How was it? Did it meet your expectation, or is there more to be done? Everything like that. What are your plans for the next one?
Yeah, celebrating 5 years consistently. I think even during COVID in 2020, we held a festival, although virtually. So we have a lot to do. Each year, there's improvement from when we started. I remember in 2018, we were planning to host it big, thinking that we could do it. We ended up hosting it for 3 days instead of 5 days. And then 2019, it continued for 5 days.
Wow, nice.
And then this year, five days, you know. So that's what we intend doing. And then hopefully, maybe next year we might even make it 7 days. So it depends.
1 full week.
Yes. One thing I know we have achieved is that we have been able to break even with the Nollywood, Kannywood industry coming together. Because most film festivals, because I don't know, maybe it's because of the Kannywood or the northern industry don't have this orientation, or they don't understand the culture of film festival. They don't participate in other film festivals, and which is very, very a challenge and an issue for us. But the Kaduna Film Festival have been able to, since they don't go to film festivals, then the festival is home. So we bring Nollywood. I think last year Zakoti came.
Oh, nice.
Came to Kaduna.
Interesting.
We had Emeka Okoye. We have Ngozi Ebubae who came, and I think 3 of them came last year. And Dr. Tony Aposheri, and he was in Kaduna last year. But this year we had Fred Amata, we had Julius Agu. So next year we'll be having more of them come to Kaduna during the festival, and it's going to be more interactive to see how we can support them, and then pick up maybe the next want to see stars, like the next stars in here, those from Kaduna and so on. So that is our hope, because when Fred Amata came, he did a master class for the actors in Kaduna, and we noticed that we have talent in Kaduna that we need to tap from. So these areas we have been looking at, and we hope to improve in other areas. For those who came in 2019, if not for this, because people are scared of coming to Kaduna because of the huge challenge, but we are making sure that Kaduna is safe. And come and enjoy yourself. For if the likes of these celebrities come to Kaduna, then why not come. August is usually the festival period, and it's always a month of, they call it the summer period. So just come to Kaduna and enjoy yourself. If you want to make it a home for you next year. So I think we are warming up for the 6th edition of the Kaduna Film Festival. And then when the festival came, we thought it was our hope that we will have more film festivals in the north. And now we have one in Kwara, we have 2 in Kano. So basically now we have 4 film festivals in the north.
Interesting.
Yeah. So hopefully the Kaduna Film Festival is making impact.
And it has come to stay.
Definitely.
Kaduna International Film Festival, oh yeah.
A lot of you just know me as a face on TV, but maybe a little bit of my background might help you. I'm sorry, I don't think there's anybody here in this class who was born when I graduated from the University of Jos, Department of Theatre Arts, in 1986. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Anybody that don't born then?
Yes, sir.
Like, don't say that they're not behaving. So I studied theatre arts, so but even plus that theatre art, I'm not even really sure whether I'm the right person to, because 1986 is like how many years ago? 2 years. Over 30 years, yeah. Chai! And it just seems like yesterday, you know, and actually, after that, we actually started this whole thing, directing films for Nigeria, acting on video instead of television. So, my last film I directed in May of this year. So I feel, even though I'm archaic, I'm still modern. So this class is about some acting, but more about Nollywood and the talents and what we have done over the years and how we have developed. A lot of you will understand by now that our development style is different from everywhere else in the world. But usually what is available for us to impart knowledge is information garnered from others. So, in my experience, I have discovered that the African, this is important, not the African, the Nigerian has some special inborn talent or intuition for the arts, for acting.
All right, so what's be your message now to the upcoming actors, actresses in Kaduna or in the North generally? Like anything that you want to tell them to encourage them, because, you know, if you be say, like you said, some of them are still feeling like, I beg, it can't work, it won't work. Some people are still looking at Kaduna like it's not a fertile ground. So you want to tell them as a means of encouragement, please, briefly, maybe in 1 or 2 minutes.
First, I will tell you don't have to come to Lagos where I am currently to make it, because most people think that if you want to make it, you must come to Lagos. Sometimes they even do night bus, you know. Good night, Kaduna, good morning, Lagos, just to make it to the industry.
Yeah.
And then they always think that when you come to Lagos, you make money, So wherever you find yourself, we're in the world of social media. Make yourself available. All those little content you have, put them there. You never can tell who is watching.
Yeah, true.
I will be watching. Kilosago might be watching. Those stars might be watching, and they may pick you. Please come. You know, most of these stars, like likes of you, Macaroni,
yeah,
they made it. They started from social media. So I will tell you, be watchful and make use of the social media. They will pick you from there. And make sure that you are going through the social handles of the Kaduna Film Festival. Things like the master classes, the summit, it's an avenue for you, to interact with celebrities and stars. Free of charge. They don't pay to attend film festivals.
No,
and then you come
all.
to celebrities for free, to engage with them, and then you never can tell from there. If you are there during the festival this year, you know that when you engage yourself with Julius Agu and the rest of them, you didn't go home the same way. So
yes, definitely. That's true. You don't hear them. If you dey Kaduna, if you dey Kano, if you dey Sokoto, Bauchi, anywhere, Benue, just know, say, if your star must shine, then it go shine. Don't just sit down and not make any effort at all. Kaduna Film Festival has come now to stay, to help you guys grow, to bring more people to Kaduna, to bring more stars to the state, and say, yes, we get talents for here, we sabi do wetin una feel say una dey do for Lagos and Abuja and all those other places, Port Harcourt. We get talents here, and we can actually harness these talents and make something good out of them. So if you know say you get that talent, not bury them, because if you say you did not and nobody they look you, then don't do good night Kaduna, good morning Lagos. Just pick up your phone, make a couple of videos. You can even go viral on TikTok and all those places. Start from somewhere. And thankfully, people like Mr. Isreal are here to just make sure, say, you safe, it's in this up for the entertainment industry. So thank you so much for coming, sir.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your day. And I wish you safe journey back to the north, back to Kaduna. Thank you for visiting us at WAP TV on the Beat Zone.